Hello everyone, welcome to Geeks for Geeks. I am Chaitanya Munje, and in this video we will be building a simple grocery application in which we will be using room database inside our application along with the MVVM architecture. Inside this application we will be adding different grocery items. Along with that we will be able to delete them as well. So here is the demo application which I have already created. So we will quickly take a look at this application. I will open this application. Inside this application I have already added some of the items such as onions, cabbage and Maggi, and their price for each item and the total quantity of item is also been added. So here we can get to see a delete option to remove this item, and here is a floating action button to add a new item. So I will add a new item quickly. I will be adding tomatoes, then quantity as 10 and price as 10. So the total price will be 100. Now I will add this and the item has been added. Similarly we can delete this item as well as we can add the new one. So this is what we are going to build in this video. Now let's move towards Android Studio. Firstly we have to create a new project. So we will simply click on create a new project. Then we have to select empty activity. Then next we have to specify our project name as grocery app, and here make sure to change the language to Kotlin, and then we have to simply click on finish to create a new Android Studio project. Now our Android Studio project has been created and we can get to see two files, that is activity underscore main.xml and main activity.kotlin file. So firstly we have to add the dependencies inside our build.gradle file. So for that we have to go to the Gradle scripts, then build.gradle. So for adding the dependencies, there will be the article present in the description box below. From that we can add the dependencies, or the link for this code lab will be also present in the description box below. So from that we can also add the dependency. So firstly we have to add this ID, that is Kotlin KAPT. So we will go to our Android Studio project. In this we can get to see the two are already added, so we have to add the third one. Then after that we will again go to our code lab, and after that we have to add this packaging options. So we will add this packaging options below the compile options section. Then after that we have to use these dependencies inside our application. So I will copy the dependencies section completely and paste it instead of these dependencies. After that we have to add this block of code inside our build.gradle file, that is project level. So inside this we have to add this at the bottom. Then we have to simply sync our project to install all these packages. Now our project has been synced and all the dependencies have been installed. After that we have to update the colors. So for that we will go to the res folder, then values, colors.xml, and inside this we will be updating our color. Now after adding the new colors we have to update our themes.xml, and we will be creating a different theme for our edit text, that is text input layout. So for that we have to go to themes. Inside this we will be creating one more theme. So this will be our theme name, then parent as. Then we will be adding one more item, that is box stroke width as 1 dp. Now we have created the theme. After that we will be creating first the DAO class, which is the data access object. So we will be creating the DAO inside which we will be adding different methods which we have to perform, such as insert, delete and read operations method. So for that we will firstly go to the our package name, right click, new. The DAO class will be our interface, so we will select Kotlin class. Inside this we have to select interface. Now after that, as it is a DAO class, so we have to annotate it with DAO, that is DAO, data access object. Along with that we will also have to import it. Now inside this interface class we have to specify the different methods. So the first method will be for inserting data, that is insert method. So we will annotate it with insert, is @insert. We will import this as well. After that we will be creating a function, that is insert function, and inside which we will be specifying items. So we will be currently specifying the model class name as grocery items, and we will be creating this class as well. Then we will be specifying the another method, that is delete method, and we will be creating function for this as well. Here also we will be specifying our grocery items. Then for reading all the data we will be adding the query, and inside which we will be specifying our query. It will be our live data, and it is the list of the data, inside which we will be also passing our grocery items. So firstly we will be creating this grocery item, that is our model class, in which we will be handling all our data. So for that we have to again go to our package name, right click, new, Kotlin class / file, and inside this we have to copy this name, that is model class will be similar, and it will be our class, that is data class. So here we will change the name as data class, inside which we will be handling all our data. And inside this we have to annotate, that is we have to create entity. Inside this we will specify the table name. The table name will be similar as we have specified in the DAO class, that is this one, grocery item. So we will copy this and use the same here. Now inside this we will be firstly creating our column info, and we will be specifying the column name as item name. Then we will be creating a variable, that is item name. After that we will be creating one more variable, that is item quantity. This will be our integer. Then the next one will be our item price. This will be our also our integer. Now after this, here firstly we have to change these brackets. Now after that we have to add the key for each of our entries. So we will be adding a primary key, and we will be specifying as auto generate equal to true, so it will be generated automatically. This will be the unique ID, and inside this we will be creating a variable, that is ID. Now we have created our model class as well as DAO class. So this one is our DAO, and the next one is our grocery items model. Now after that we have to create our database class, inside which we will be creating the instance for our database. So for that we have to again go to our package name, right click, new, Kotlin class / file. Then we have to specify the name as grocery database. and this will be your abstract class. So we will be adding it as abstract class. After that we will annotate it is a database, so we will annotate it with the database. Inside this we will be specifying entities, that is the grocery items. Then we will be specifying version as 1. Now we will extend this class with our room database. Inside this, firstly we will be creating a method that is get grocery DAO method. Now after that we will be creating a object. Inside this we will be adding the creating the instance. So firstly we will be adding as a volatile. Then after that we will be creating a variable for our instance. As grocery database, and we will be initializing it as a null. Now we will be creating one more function as an invoke function. Inside this we will be passing as a context. Now inside this we will be initializing our instance as we will be creating a method as create database, and we will be using it here. So firstly we will create a function one more, that is create database, inside which we will be passing our context. And then we will be calling room.database builder. Inside this we will be passing our context dot application context. Grocery database class.java. Now after that we will be specifying our database name, that is db name, that is grocery.db, and at last we will be calling .build to build this database. Now here we will be calling this method, that is create database. So we'll be calling the create database, inside which we will be passing our context, and we will initialize the instance as it to it. Now we have completed our grocery database as well. After that we have to create a repository class in which we will be again specifying the different functions which we have to perform, that is different methods such as insert, delete, and read all the grocery items. So for that we will again go to our package name, right click new, Kotlin class and file. Inside this we will be specifying the name as grocery repository. Then we will select it as a class. Here we will be firstly creating a variable, that is val as db grocery database, and inside this we will be creating the different functions such as insert, delete, and read for reading. So first function is our insert, and inside this we will be specifying the items as grocery items equal to db dot get grocery DAO dot insert, and inside this we will be inserting our item as item. Now after that we will be creating one more function, that is delete. Dot get grocery DAO dot delete, and inside this as well we will be specifying our items. Now after that we will be creating one more function, that is get all items. db dot get grocery dot get all grocery items. So this will be our grocery repository. Now after that we have to create our view model. So for that, view model will be used within the main activity to access all these methods. So we will be creating the view model. For that we have to go to package name, right click new, Kotlin class and file, and inside this we have to specify the name as grocery view model. Then we have to select it as a class. We will be creating variable as a repository for grocery repository, and then we will extend this with our view model. Now inside this class we will again create different methods such as insert, delete, and we will be calling the methods which we have created in our repository. So for that, first method will be our insert. Inside this we will be specifying items as grocery items, global scope dot launch, and inside this we will be calling repository dot insert, and we will be inserting our item. Now we will be creating one more function as delete. Delete, and inside this as well we will be adding our items. Now after that we will be creating one more method to get all grocery items. Equal to repository dot get all items. So these are the three different methods which we have created in our grocery model, that is view model. Now after that we have to create one more class for our view model factory. So for that we will again go to our package name, right click and new, Kotlin class, and inside this we will be specifying the name as grocery view model factory. Inside this we will have to create a variable, and we will be passing our repository, that is grocery repository, and we will be extending this with our view model provider. New instance factory. Now inside this we will be creating our override function. View model. Now we will simply return our grocery view model, and inside this we will be passing our repository. Now we have completed this grocery view model factory as well. After that we will have to move towards our main activity. Firstly we will close all these files. Then we will be opening our main activity. Firstly we will be creating the UI for our application. So we will go to our activity underscore main.xml. Here we will be not requiring this text view, so we will remove this, and we will change constraint 1 to relative layout. After that we will be specifying background as blue shade 1. Now inside this we will be firstly creating a recycler view for displaying the list of grocery items which we have added. Specify width as match parent, height also as match parent. Then after that we will specify ID as. After that we will be creating a floating action button, specifying width and height as wrap content. Align parent end to true, align parent bottom to true, margin as 20 dp, adding id as id fab add, background tint will be for blue shade 2. Then we will be adding icons. So for that we have to add icon to our drawables folder. We will be go to drawable, then right click new, vector assets. Here we will search for add. Now we will select our add icon and then simply click OK. Here we will change the icon name. So we will specify the icon here. So we have also added our icon here. Now after that we have to initialize these variables inside our main activity.kotlin file with their IDs. So for that we will go to our main activity.kotlin file and we will be creating the variables for this recycler view as well as our floating action button. Now we will be initializing this with their IDs. Now as we have created our recycler view, so for that we have to create our adapter as well as layout file, individual layout item. So for that we will go to, firstly we will be creating our layout file. For that we will go to our layout, then new layout resource file. Grocery RV item, change the layout to card view. Then after we will simply click on OK to create this layout file. Now firstly we will be changing the height to wrap content. Then we will be adding margin as 8 dp. Then we will be adding the background tint as blue shade 2. So we will be using the background as blue shade 1, then we are using the background here as blue shade 2. After that we will be adding the card corner radius as 5 dp, card elevation as 4 dp. Now inside this card view we will be creating a relative layout first. Specify width as match parent, height as wrap content. Inside this relative layout we will be creating a linear layout, specifying width as match parent, height wrap content. Orientation will be horizontal, and we will be adding the weight sum as 5. Now inside this linear we will be specifying id ll1. Inside this linear layout firstly we will be creating a text view for displaying the name of our item. Specify width as 0 dp. We will be giving weight, so we have specified it as a 0 dp. Then weight as 2, text as item name, then text color as white. After that we will be adding padding as 4 dp, margin as 3 dp. Now after this text view we will be creating one more text view, that is quantity. So firstly we will be adding id to this. Then we will be creating one more text view, specify width as 0 dp, height as wrap content, weight as 1. text color as white, padding as 4 dp. After that we will be adding a margin, 3 dp. Now after adding this, we will be creating one more text view for our rate, specifying width as 0 dp, height as wrap content, weight will be 0.5, text will be our rate, text color as white, padding as 4 dp, margin as 3 dp. We will be specifying id as. Now after creating this text view, we will be creating an image view for our delete icon, specifying width as 0 dp, height as wrap content, weight as 0.5, id. Now here we have to also specify our image for icon. So firstly we will be adding the padding as 4 dp, then margin here as well as 3 dp. Now for adding the image icon, we will go to our drawable, right click new. Instead of drawable resource file, we have to add the vector asset. So we'll go to vector assets, and here we will search for delete. So we'll be using this one. Here we will be specifying source. Then we have to specify the icon tint. Here we will be increasing our weight to 1.5 so that it will be equally distributed. Now the item has been arranged properly. Now after this linear layout, we have to create other two text view, that is total amount heading and total amount, that is for each item with their quantities. So for that we will be creating a text view here, which will be our heading. We will be specifying width as match parent, height as wrap content, text as total cost. We will be aligning it below to our IDLL1, text color as white. We will be adding margin as 3 dp, padding as 4 dp, adding the ID, heading as it is a total cost heading. After that we will be creating a one more text view for our total cost, specify width as wrap content, height wrap content, ID, text color as white, below, that is ID I will delete, or we can say it as a IDLL1. After that we will align parent end to true, text as amount, padding as 4 dp, margin as 3 dp. Also now we have to align this text view to left of our amount text view. So we will be going inside this left of IDTV total amount. So it will be aligned to left of our amount text view. Now the recycler item layout for each individual recycler view item has been created. Now we will be also adding it inside our recycler view. So here we will be adding the list item as grocery RB item. So our items has been added here. Now we will be creating adapter class for setting the data to each item of our recycler view. So for that we have to go to our package name again, right click new, Kotlin class file, So we have created a recycler view adapter. Inside this we will be firstly creating a variables. That is, the first one will be for our list, and our list will be of our grocery item. After that we will be creating one more val that is for our interface. So we will be creating an interface here as well, inside which we will be adding the click listener action for our when each item is been clicked. So for that we will be firstly creating the interface here inside this class itself. Interface, that is grocery item click interface, and inside this we will be creating a method that is on item click. Inside this we will be passing our complete grocery item. We will be passing it as a function on item click, that is grocery item. Now we will be calling this grocery click interface here. So we will be creating the variable as grocery click interface. Now after that we have to extend this with our view holder. So for that firstly I will arrange this. Then for extending we will use recycler view dot adapter, and inside this we will be passing our grocery RV adapter. So we will be creating this view holder class here itself. Now inside this we will be firstly creating our inner class, that is grocery view holder. So this is our grocery view holder. We will be copying the name and using it here, grocery view holder. Inside this we will be passing our item view. It is our view. And we will be extending this view holder class with our recycler view dot view holder and item view. Now inside this we have to create variables for our different views such as text views and all others. Now firstly we will be creating the variables for our different text views. So there are 5 text views and 1 image view. So we will create the variable for each one. So first one is our name TV, item view dot find view by ID. So this will be our text view. Item name, similarly for our other as well. Quantity TV, quantity. So we have initialized name, quantity, rate, then our amount. That is our total amount. After that we have to create a delete IV variable for image view. ID IV delete. Here we have to change it to image view. Now after that we have to initialize all the methods of our adapter class. So for that we have to click on this red bulb implement method. So we have to select all these methods, that is on create view holder, on bind view holder, and get item count, and we will initialize this, create these methods. Now inside this method we have to perform different actions. So firstly in the on create view holder method we have to inflate the layout file which we have created. So we will be inflating it, that is view layout inflator dot from. Inside this we will be passing our context, that is parent dot context. Then we will be inflating our layout, that is r dot layout dot grocery RV item. After that we will be simply returning our grocery view holder item inside our grocery view holder, and here we will be passing our view. Now inside onBind view holder we will be setting the data to each view of our item, that is different text views are there, so we will be setting the data. So for that we have to firstly set the data for our item name, holder dot name tv dot text equal to, so we will be getting it from our list dot get position item name. Then for next one will be our quantity tv text list dot get position dot item quantity. So we have to add the dot to string as it is an integer, so we will be using dot to string here. Then the next one is for our rate tv dot text equal to, so here we will be adding the rupees as a concatenation. Then we will be using list dot get, inside this we will be adding position dot, so this one is the item price, and here also dot to string. Now after that we have to calculate item total, so for that item total we will be creating a variable, and then we are creating it as an integer. Inside this we will be calling list dot get position dot, firstly we will be getting item price, then we will be multiplying this item price with its quantity dot get position dot item quantity. Now after that we will be setting this item total to our total amount tv dot total, that is amount tv dot text. Here also we will be adding rupees item total dot to string. Now after that we have to add on click listener for our delete iv dot set on click listener. Now inside this on click listener we will be calling our grocery click delete interface, that is delete interface dot on item click, and inside this we will be passing our item, that is list dot get position. So this will be our item which we will be passing inside on click. Now after that we have to move towards our get item count. Inside this we have to simply return the list size, so we will be calling return list dot size. Now we have completed the coding part for our adapter class as well. Now we will move towards our main activity, and inside this we will be firstly initializing our recycler view and adding adapter to it. So for that firstly we have to create a variable for our recycler view adapter as well as list. Then for our adapter after that we have to initialize this list as well as adapter. Now we have to initialize our grocery RV adapter, and inside this we will be passing our list RV adapter. Inside this firstly we will be passing our list, then our on click interface, that is this. So we have to implement this interface inside our main activity. For that we will have to call grocery RV adapter dot interface, and then we have to implement it. So for that we have to go to the red bulb, implement this method, and this method has been created here, inside which we will be performing the on click action. Now inside the grocery RV adapter, after initializing our adapter class, we have to set the layout manager for our recycler view, that is items RV dot layout manager equal to linear layout manager, and inside this we have to pass our context as this. It will be set the layout manager in the vertical manner. Then we will set our adapter to our recycler view, that is items rv dot adapter as grocery rv adapter. Now after that we have to create one more variable for our grocery view model. So for that we will be creating a one more variable which will be used to access the data from our view model, that is grocery view model, and we will be initializing this as well, that is grocery view model provider. So we will be calling, firstly we will be creating a variable for our repository as well as grocery view model factory, and from that we will be calling the initialization of grocery view model. So for that we will be firstly calling the grocery repository equal to grocery repository. Inside this we will be passing our grocery database, and we will be specifying the context. Then after that we will have to create a variable for our factory, that is grocery view model factory, and then grocery repository. We will be passing it inside it. After that we have to call our grocery view model. Then we have to call view model provider. So we have to create a view model provider. So we have to call view model provider, and inside this we have to pass our context first, then our factory, then we will call dot get, and inside this we will be passing our grocery view model. Now after that we will be getting all our items present inside our database with the help of a grocery view model. So for that we have to call grocery view model dot get all grocery items. Then we have to call observe method, as we are using the live data, so we will be simply calling observe method to observe the changes on the list. Then we will be calling it as the observer, and inside this we will be initializing it with our list, that is our grocery rv adapter dot list equal to it. After adding the data to our list we will be notifying our adapter that data has been changed. So we will be calling grocery rv adapter dot notify dataset change, so that the data inside our recycler view will be updated. Now after that we have to add on click listener for our floating action button, that is our add fab dot set on click listener, and on the on click listener of our floating action button we will be opening a dialog box. So for that we will be creating a separate method as one open dialog, and we will be calling that method here inside our add floating action button. Now before moving towards our dialog action, we will be firstly completing our delete for on item click, that is this will be called when the delete option is being clicked. So when the delete option is being clicked we have to delete the specific item. So for that we will be simply calling our grocery view model, then we will be calling delete, and inside this we will be passing the item name on which delete image user has clicked. So we will be pass it as a grocery item. After deleting the item we have to notify our adapter that data has been changed inside our list, and we will be simply displaying a toast message. Make text application context. Now we will be moving towards our open dialog. So in the open dialog we will be displaying a dialog box. For that we have to create a separate layout file for our dialog box. So we will be creating the layout file for it. For that we have to go to our layout, right click new, layout resource file, grocery add dialog. We will change the root layout to card view. Now inside this, here we will specify the height as wrap content. Then we will specifying the gravity as center. Now after that, inside this we will be firstly creating our relative layout, specifying width as match parent, height as wrap content, background as blue shade 1. Now inside this relative layout, firstly we will be creating a text view, that is a simple text view inside which we will be adding a heading. Specify width as match parent, height wrap content. Text will be add items to cart. We will be aligning text alignment all caps as fall, text alignment as center, gravity as center, text color as white, text style as bold, text size as 20 sp. Then we will be adding a padding as 4 dp, margin also as 4 dp. Now after this text view, we will be creating the edit text. So for that we will firstly add id. So this will be also our heading. Now after that we will be creating a linear layout inside which we will be adding all our edit text. So firstly we will be creating a linear layout. Specify width as match parent, height wrap content, orientation as vertical. We will align it below to our IDTV heading. And inside this linear layout we will be creating a text input layout. Text input layout. Specify width as match parent, height as wrap content, style as the style which we have created, that is text input edit text theme. After that we will be adding id, or we will be adding id to the text input edit text. Then we will specify margin as 5 dp, hint as enter item name. Then we will specify padding as 5 dp, text color hint as white, then text color also as white. Now inside this we will be creating our text input edit text. So for that we will be creating our text input edit text, this one, and then specify width as match parent, height as wrap content. Now here we will specify id as item name. Then we will add a margin as 5 dp. Then hint will be enter item name. After that we will be adding the text size here. We will be not adding margin as we have already added in the above, so we will be removing this. Then here we will be adding input type as simple text. Text color hint as white, text color also as white. Here we have already given hint, so we will remove this hint once. Then we have to specify the text size as 14 sp. Now we have created the one text input layout. Similarly we have to create the others, that is two text input layout more. So we will copy this one and use it twice. Only we will change the id. So for first we will be changing the hint, that enter quantity, that is item quantity. And here we will changing the input type to number. After that we will be updating the id for this one as well, that is our, so this one will be our enter item price. Here also we will be changing it to number. Now after that, linear layout, we have to create one more linear layout which will be in a horizontal manner. So we'll be creating a linear layout, specify width as match parent, height wrap content, orientation as a horizontal, weight sum as 2. Now we will, inside this we will be creating a button, specify width as 0 dp, height as wrap content, weight as 1, margin as 8 dp. We will adding the id, text as cancel, all caps as false. We have already added margin. Now we have to add the custom background for this. So for that we have to go to the drawable, right click new, drawable resource file, custom button back. Then we will change the selector to shape, and inside this we will add the shape as a rectangle. After that we will specify the corners, radius as 20. Then we will specify the color as blue shade 2. So we will be using the lighter shade. Now after that we will add this background to our grocery dialog button, background as custom button back. Now we can get to see our button has been added. Similarly we have to create the one more button which will be used for adding. So this will be our id button add, and here we will change the text as add. So we have created the layout file for our dialog box. Now we will be using the same layout file inside our, so in the linear layout as well we will add some margin. Now we will go to our main activity.kotlin file, and inside the open dialog function we will firstly inflate our layout file which we have created. So firstly we will create a variable for our dialog. Inside this we will be passing our context as this. After that we will be calling dialog.set content view, and we will be adding the layout file, that is our grocery add dialog. Now we will be creating variables for different edit text. So there are 3 edit text and 2 buttons. So we will create the variables and initialize with them their IDs. That is, firstly is the val cancel button. So this will be initialized with a dialog dot find view by ID. So this is our button. We will be specifying its ID as ID button cancel. Similarly for delete, that is add button. So here we will change ID as ID button add. Then for our text view, edit text. So first is item edt, id edt item name, then our item price and item quantity. So we will change item price edt, and then item quantity edt. We will change the id here, item price, then item quantity. Now we have initialized this. After that we will be firstly adding on click listener for our cancel button dot set on click listener, and inside this we will be calling the dialog dot dismiss so that we can close our dialog. After that we will add on click for our save button, that is add button dot set on click listener, and inside this firstly we will be getting all the data from our edit text. So for that we will be creating a string variables, that is first one is our item name as string, item that is our item edt dot text dot to string. After that we will be creating 2 similar variables. So the next one will be for our item price, then the next one will be for our quantity, item price, item quantity. So we will get the data from our edit text inside these variables. Then we will be converting the quantity and price into integer. That is, we will be converting it to integer. So firstly it is a quantity, that is qty, and we will be creating it as an integer. Then quantity, item quantity dot to int. After that we will be creating a variable for our price, that is pr, as integer equal to item price dot to int. Now after that we will be checking whether the edit text fields are empty or not. So for that, if item name dot is not empty, so we will be checking is not empty, and in else condition we will be displaying the toast message. Item price dot is not empty is not empty. So in this condition we will be simply creating the item and passing all the values inside our grocery items, and inside this firstly we'll be passing our item name, then our quantity. After that we'll be specifying our, so here we have to specify the integer value, so we will be adding qty as a quantity, then price as pr. Now after that we will be adding this to our view model, grocery view model dot add, or we have created a method as dot insert, and inside this we will be inserting our items. After that we have to display a toast message and notify our adapter that data has been changed. Make text application context, item inserted. After displaying this toast message we will be notifying our adapter dot notify dataset change, and we will be dismissing our dialog dot dismiss. Now in else condition this will be called when the text input field or edit text are empty. So inside this condition as well we will be displaying a toast message. So here we will be updated, and we will copy this similar toast message, and here we can add the message as please enter all the data, and we will display a toast message. After that we have to simply call as a dialog dot show to display our dialog. So we will be calling dialog dot show. Now we have to run our application and see the output of our application. Along with that we will be also adding logo to our application. So for that we will go to our browser, then simply search for Flaticon. So we will search for a Flaticon, and then inside this we will be search for grocery. So here we will select this one icon, and then we will download the PNG form of this. Once it has been downloaded we will copy this image, and we will go to our Android Studio and paste it inside the drawable folder. So we will keep the name as it is, vegetables.png. After that we have to go to our manifest.xml, and inside this we have to change icon, that is drawable vegetables, and here as well round icon as drawables, as vegetables. Now we have to run our application and see the output of our application. Now our app has been installed and we will take a look at the output of our application. So here our app has been installed, so there is no items present in the database, so it is showing the empty. So we will quickly add one item. So we will firstly add the potatoes, then we will add quantity as 10, item price will be 10, and we'll simply add this item. So we can get to see that item has been added. Similarly we will be adding more item. Now here we can get to see 3 items has been already added, so we can delete the item from this as well, and we can add the item. So along with that we can also get to see the logo for our application is also been added. So we can get to see the logo has also been added inside our application. So if you are having any doubts regarding whatever I have explained in this video, do ask in the comment section. For complete code, refer the articles present in the description given below. So do like the video, subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.